So from the Vice Skateland, I went on to one of the ones I'm very glad I got to go to for A.O.C, Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And it was crazy because you could look at it and see the diversity in the line and just the energy that was buzzing for her. It felt like she was a rock star. And people were walking by and asking, who's this for? And it's for a politician. So to see that level of excitement from various ages and cultures and backgrounds and all that, that's what politics should look like to me. And then you walk into the room and that place was buzzing and just so ready for her to come in and slay that shit. She touched on a bunch of different issues. She talked about how her winning her election had inspired young people and how she thought that was going to become a progressive swing in politics with an infusement of young people bringing their ideas and kind of seeing politics as a real avenue that they could succeed in and make a difference in.
Young people aren't supposed to run, working class people aren't supposed to run, people that have not been groomed for a very long time aren't supposed to run, let alone win. And when we did yesterday, it feels like yesterday, when we did last year, I think it kind of created this shock in the system where suddenly a lot of other people said, wait a second, maybe I can do this too. And I think that is what is behind this surge. It's not like this top-down organizing apparatus, but it's really this movement starting to translate into more of our electoral politics than we probably anticipated.
She also went on an epic anti-capitalism rant, which capitalism is evil if you haven't figured that out already. But she highlighted the millennial belief and this dismissal of the old head idea that, oh, capitalism is the way to go and socialism is evil and this taboo thing. And she directly confronted that, which I'm glad because we need to. And you can tell the crowd completely agreed with her.
Capitalism isn't, to me, it's an ideology of capital. It puts capital, the most important thing is the concentration of capital, and it means that we seek and prioritize profit and the accumulation of money above all else, and we seek it at any human and environmental cost. That is what that means. And to me, that ideology is not sustainable and cannot be redeemed. But when we talk about ideas, for example, like democratic socialism, it means putting democracy and society first instead of capital first. It doesn't mean that you put other things last. It doesn't mean that the actual concept of capital as a society should be abolished or anything like that. But it's a question of our priorities.
She also commented on how in a society that tends to demonize immigrants in lots of ways because of what our president sets as an example, that immigrants are actually incredibly productive and how the economy needs to embrace immigrants and how it's a relationship that benefits both parties if it is embraced.
Of having an economy that not only welcomes immigrants, but needs immigrants because we are being so productive. No, we're capable of them, and the position should be not, let's not do it because we haven't figured out all the details yet. How about the goal is let's figure out all the details because we've decided we're going to the moon and we're going to get there before the end of the decade, and then we're going to do it.
And she's been talking about the climate change stuff, so we all kind of figured it would come up eventually, but the way it came up was crazy unexpected and was one of the wildest moments I saw out there for real, especially for the 90s babies. At the end, she did questions where, you know, people came up to the mic and asked her questions, and there were a few moments from that, but the highlight, man, I recognized this dude's voice right when he started talking, and I was like, there's no fucking way. And so somebody just walked up to the mic, and you look up on the screen, you hear his voice, and it is Bill fucking Nye.
Wow, greetings, this is so nice. see you all. I can't take selfies with everyone. Keep in mind, here's what I think's going on. I want to ask the question in two ways. As you may know, I'm a white guy. I belong to 2 unions. But I think the problem on both sides is fear.
Yep.
And I think that's what's going on with many of the conservatives, especially when it comes to climate change. People are just afraid of what will happen if we try to make these big changes. And I remind everyone, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8 of the U.S. Constitution refers to the progress of science and useful arts. So when we address climate change, we're going to have clean water, access to the internet, and renewable electricity for everyone on Earth. Let's go!
This is amazing. So I think one of the keys, the Green New Deal is technologically possible, but is it politically possible? And so that to me is the biggest, condemnation of where we're at, because there is an admission, an actual admission that we can do it. And just the idea that our biggest obstacle is political will should be the most embarrassing thing for us right now. We can't allow ourselves to be governed by fear anymore. We can't allow ourselves to be governed by that kind of rationale, to say, I'm not going to allow fear to control me anymore. I am going to stand up and do the courageous thing.
And just overall incredible as I expected. Her passion is contagious, and I hope it carries into the political world. We need to swing in the direction of the morals and values that she stands on and she represents. So thank you, AOC, for inspiring a lot of young people out there and a lot of old people as well.